I watched a movie last night. Jane follows Madeline Pesch's character, Olivia, who is one of those students who are straight A student, captain of the debate team, has it set in her mind that she's gonna go to Stanford. Everything is Stanford. Everything that she does is Stanford, Stanford, Stanford. And then she submits her application early, and her application gets deferred, which doesn't mean she got rejected. It just means that her early application is just going to be reconsidered with everybody else's, and that just like breaks her world. She can't believe it. She's stressed out, like, oh my gosh, my application got deferred. My whole life, my whole career, what am I going to do? So Jane, the title character played by Chloe Yu, kills herself. We don't know why. It's the cold open. She just jumps off a bridge, and that kind of sets the tone for the whole movie. So people are seeing like Madeline starting to come undone because of the stress of her best friend dying, and then this is her third best friend who isn't talking to her anymore because this Jane was like the only reason why these two were friends. It was one of those things where it's like, oh, if you're not around, that I don't really have anything to talk to you about kind of thing. Even though these two grew up next door to each other, for whatever reason this Jane was the one that was keeping them together. But anyway, people are like, hey, like, so we know you're stressed out because this just recently happened. Like, Olivia, if you want to take a back seat, go ahead. And Olivia's like, no, I'm a perfectionist. Like, I gotta get this. I have to be the best and keep my composure or whatever because I have to go and get into Stanford. So Jane's death is catalyst for this whole movie. So meanwhile, there's a new girl that's in town. She is also the captain of the debate team at her old school. She comes in and she's just like, hey, like, I was the captain at my school. I noticed that you guys never made it to nationals. You guys never made it to the finals. Let me help you guys out so that you guys can finally win something. And the teacher's like, yeah, Olivia, like, if you want to like step back a little bit and let this girl, the new girl, take over while you recuperate or whatever, feel free. And Olivia's like, no, fuck that bitch. This is my team. I'm not gonna let anybody come around and take it from me. Even though the new girl was like super nice about it. She was just like, I can read your notes, you can look at my notes because I've already done this topic, etc., etc. Olivia's like, hell nah, we're not doing that. So even though the death of Jane is what tore these two apart, the death of Jane is what brings them back together because they have a moment of like, oh my gosh, we miss Jane so much, blah, blah, blah. And then I honestly don't even remember how this comes about, but these two decide to cyberbully the new girl that was just trying to help the debate team. They're like, hey, how about we cyberbully? They look up some information on her and they use it against her, and they log on to Jane's old social media account and they start posting information about that girl, and it works so well that that girl leaves the school. Pretty mean. So like the cyberbullying, I guess, makes Olivia feel that she has some kind of control because she's losing control because she's not getting into this school, is what I'm guessing the objective is. So these two girls start to bond again because they are cyberbullying random students from Jane's account, and people are like, oh my gosh, like, who is responsible for this? Like, who's logging into Jane's account? Like, this is ridiculous. It's starting to get like PerezHilton.com, if you guys remember that website, where they're literally just going onto Jane's social media account and posting gossip and videos and etc. about students and teachers on this social media site. But I never could really understand why they're doing that. It's just, they're just having fun. So they're just mean girls. So while this is all happening, Olivia is like hallucinating seeing Jane everywhere, and that's like where the thrill of this thriller movie is coming from, because she's just afraid of seeing Jane everywhere, which is like, okay, that's fine. But like this, I'm waiting for the spirit to like whoop ass, because at this point in the movie, there's nothing redeemable about these girls. There's nothing likable about these girls. You don't feel bad for them at all. They're two rich girls from two parent homes with money. They go to a private school. Nobody has done anything to these girls. They're just literally in it to cyberbully. It's just weird. So she's having these panic attacks seeing Jane everywhere, but like, there's no consequences. So I don't know. This movie is weird for me. So I like the story and I like the development of the story, and they did have like, they tried really hard with like jump scares, and they tried really hard of making it like suspenseful and build tension and things like that. But again, there's just no reason for these girls to be bullying people, so it's just like you start to root for their downfall, which does happen eventually, but it's not satisfying, and not everybody gets their just desserts. So it's really like, what is this movie for, is what you start asking. And I'm completely okay with the lead character that we're following being the antagonist. They don't have to be like a hero, they can be the villain, that's fine. But I, for myself personally, need to have vindication of why they are being so mean, and for the fact that it's just like her application got deferred isn't enough for me, because none of the students and none of the teachers that they are bullying deferred that application. They didn't do anything to her. She's literally just being mean and dragging her friend along with it, because her friend tries to quit several times and Madeline's like, no, let's keep going, this is so much fun, like I need this in my life. Another thing that I found about this movie in particularly is I feel like this movie was commissioned as an advertisement for a big tech company, I'm not going to say who I think it is, to sell like their social media platform. I feel like this big tech company is coming out with a social media platform, and this is their way of trying to get people to notice it. Because when they were talking about it, they kept saying, for example, let's say that the social media platform is called Iron Flask. They would say, when you guys log into your Iron Flask account, then you'll see that this is no way to handle each other. Did you check your Iron Flask account? Because, you know, this social media platform, even though it's really helpful, it can be cruel. And they just kept saying it like it was product placement all the time. And then also the tech company's tech is in this movie, and they kept like doing close-ups on it, and I'm like, I get it, she has a smartwatch, she has a smartphone, she has a computer, like I don't want to see so many close-ups of it. So this movie just felt like it was definitely commissioned as an advertisement and not a genuine movie. And it also just feels like the actors, it feels like Chloe Bailey and Madeline Pesh met day of filming. Like they have no chemistry, they don't look like they even know each other. They're supposed to be best friends towards like the middle of the movie, and they literally don't feel like they know each other at all. This movie is just, it just feels like an ad, and I almost don't even want to talk about it because I don't want to push it. But all in all, this movie doesn't have any darlings, which is fine, I guess, for what they're trying to do. I feel like they're trying to say that cyberbullying is bad, but then the main girl doesn't have repercussions. So it's just like, she got everything she wanted and she was a bad person. So I'm just like, what are you trying to say? It'd be one thing if she started off down bad. Like if she started off and we felt bad for her, and then her character arc switched her into an evil person, but it didn't start that way. She started off as a little brat. She ended up as a little brat. She got everything she wanted. So I don't know. Have you guys seen this movie? What do you guys think? I found it randomly. It doesn't feel like a real movie. It just felt like a huge commercial for a social media platform that a big tech company was trying to soft launch, and I don't think worked, because this movie came out in 2022. But anyway, that's how I feel. I didn't not like it because it gave me Lifetime movie channel feel, because like Lifetime movie channel feels used to show us shitty people all the time, but the shitty people would get what they deserved at the end, and this person didn't. So it's just like, okay. Have you guys seen it? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below.